Oh boy, okay. Wow. Okay. We up. We here, chat. How's everyone doing on this phenomenal Friday? Nice October somethingeth 6th. Wow, is it October 6th already? Feels like this month just started, and I guess it kind of did, but it doesn't feel like it. Is like 75 degrees out. It is not autumnal in any stretch of the imagination, although once it starts hitting the gray and rainy patches, then we'll be all up in it. Howdy y'all, how is everyone doing? We survived 10 months. 10 months we waited. What did it finish? 2022 season finished like the 24th or the 26th of December. Had to wait 10 months. Had to wait an entire Sand Rally season, an entire Marbula 1 season, an entire Freak Marbles tournament that just popped up out of nowhere. How you doing? Keep it moving. Congrats, Jelly Eye, on that. But we made it. We thought it wasn't going to happen. But here we go. So much to talk about. So much to get into. We're going over how the draw shaped up. We're going to talk about the ins and outs, the stadium, the graphics, the bees. Got that to talk about. Have the group structure of the draw to talk about. Have the draw itself and the actual mechanics of it to talk about. And then we have to go into knee-jerk reaction, totally accurate predictions on who is going to qualify next week based on how these groups are shaping up. So many hot takes, lukewarm takes. I already saw some Team Momo slander. I will not stand for it. Team Momo is the best team named Team Momo. And also, gotta get some pink out of my channel. I got a lot of pink in a lot of places that should not be pink anymore. So let's just get into that awful dip to black that I should not have as the default. But we are here. I am Tiny. Hello. We got big video. All right, I also have to talk about the roster changes. Thank you. Again, so much to talk about. Gotta talk about these roster changes. Because there were some roster changes. Let's get into that first. Because I don't think Greg mentioned it at all. He might mention it during the qualifiers. But for the draw, I don't believe he mentioned anything about this. So yeah, this is good to start first. So hope I'm not too laggy. This is one of them things I don't want to be too laggy on. Looks like I am rolling. So you want to talk about knee jerks? Here we go with some knee jerks. Roy, let's just start this away. Let's just go counterclockwise. So with the Cobalts, Royal is now the captain. Azur demoted to member, which is a shame because it really wasn't Azur's fault. I'm not a big fan of a lot of these moves, even though I was someone, probably the biggest supporter of Hard Carrot, but that was just to make them a member. That was just to get them more screen time, right? some of these some of these might go bad. Like might very poorly. Bad, poorly, no good times. Royal and Azure. I know a lot of people are talking about Cerulean should have been it. Uh, yeah, I don't know, but like it comes down to a coaching problem with the Cobalts. There's just no saving that by moving some members around. Um, Westby. Oh, this says high res. This is some glorious resolution. This is absolutely beautiful. Westby and Wispy. Westby is now the captain. Wispy's, but I can't really care about the Midnight Wisps. They're just one of those teams that exists. Like all you did is really change a letter. You changed the vowel, and like that's it. So don't know how Westby's gonna do. The Wisps were bad. They were good. They were the 2018 champions. Just couldn't recapture that. And I do not think this is going to happen. I might just, again, chalk it up to coaching issues. Glimmer's now a member. Sparkle is now a reserve. I'm sure someone who is not me can come up with the stats on that. Just how good Glimmer was. Or just how bad Sparkle was for a demotion. Or how good Glimmer was for a promotion. But that is a interesting roster move for a team who was almost a champion. 4 straight medals, ran the table. Remember event 2, they were like 14th. I said nothing good was going to happen from them. They're going to stay this way. Or event 4, I think. Shining Storm are going to stay that way. Run the table in the back half. How you doing? Keep it moving. Jump up to the podium overall. Almost won it. Couldn't get it done. They needed a lot more to happen. So basically, once the Pinkies did what they were doing, say, okay, the Shining Swarm are just out of contention at this point. Maybe this is the change they need to actually get over that hump and turn that silver overall into a gold overall. Not too shabby for a team that was relegated once upon a time, and a team that, quite frankly, still goes under everyone's radar. All right, now this is huge. This is huge. I, okay? Number 1 Pinky stan, biggest O-Rangers fan, most biased, always have been, always will be, whatnot. I guess I'm orange now. I guess I'm bringing orange back. But I was probably the biggest supporter of moving Arup up, of the hard Carup. That anytime, because there's literally nothing else to talk about this team. You talk about Marson, okay, or just Mary failing in speed events. You talk about Maid Prim, right? Got him in the tube right there still. Still have not hung up. Like, actually. This is it. This is all Team Primary's legacy is. It is the Blunder Twins. It is the Blunder Twins and a captain who hasn't done much. And that's all there is to talk about. But then Arup, out of nowhere, puts together the season of all seasons. Truly a season of all time, putting the team on their back. When the world needed him most, he showed up and started winning events. And Rima was also there leading the charge. Prim is now a reserve, which I agree with. Look at that. I agree with this. Emar demoted. Understandable. Emar is very mid. Exceedingly mid. And then Arup is now the captain. So here's the thing, though, with Emar, you don't need to be a good competitor to be a good captain. You just have to be the captain. Oh, hold on 1 second. I do not know why YouTube says I do not have ads on when I, in fact, do have ads on. Okay, there we go. So, whenever we talk about, captains in a sport, I'm a filthy Yankee. I always go to the NFL and American football. You think of the best quarterbacks. That's the captain of your offense. You think Tom Brady, right? That is like the biggest name. And I know, Patrick Mahomes still cooking now. But you need a GOAT quarterback. You need a GOAT captain. It's Tom Brady, okay? You know who won Super Bowl 35 as quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens? Trent Dilfer. Who? That man, you want to talk about mid. That guy was mid. Okay? But still champion because it is the team around him and knowing how to be the captain, how to play ball. Emar was not exciting as captain, but I feel like making Arup captain out of just one good season could go very poorly. And it's a catch-22 of all catch-22s. Because I want Team Primary to do well. I want this team to do well. Okay? And maybe not for him's sake or Mary's sake, but for Arup's sake, for Rima's sake, I want this switch to do well, because if it fails, if it blows up, then it's just gonna absolutely hinder Arup's legacy. But if it works, then this might set a precedent, which, if you want to split hairs, might have already been happening. But it might set a precedent of teams promoting members or promoting reserves to captain after just one strong season. So this will go either really well or really poorly. I'm hoping it goes well for Arup's sake, for this team's sake. But I'm also hoping that other teams don't just absolutely knee-jerk promote members for one good season. And last but not least, and definitely least, Oceanics. Okay, literally Oceanic. Wait. So we do have Yell's Marble Runs in the chat. Hello, Yell's Marble Runs. So Oceanics. C is now the captain. Ocean has been moved to member. All right. Okay. It's the Oceanics. You need divine intervention at this point. Neptune is the new coach. I hope I do not butcher this name. Thetis. There's only two ways to pronounce it. I'm taking the 50-50. Someone who is smarter than I will either correct me or say yes, that is the correct pronunciation. Got a new manager. So Oceanics just cleaning house. They are just... This might work. I don't know. Again, with the NFL thing, we've seen some teams clean house, and they still stink. I put the Oceanics as the Chicago Bears, and good God. Don't focus on last night about the Chicago Bears. Focus on the other 4 games that they've played. Chicago Bears stank. Oceanics stank. They're still relegated. Still going to be in the showdown, which means we have to wait until then to see if any of this makes any semblance of a difference. So that's just a long wait for them. And now we can go into the draw. Absolute hype. Can you feel it building? Yes, I can, Mr. Greg. Mr. Greg Woods. Woodsy. Yes, I can feel it building. 10 months we've been waiting for this. Which I guess, like, I don't know, not a lot of other... I don't think any other sport has this kind of weight. I mean, maybe college football, where you have stuff starting in late August, and you have the bowl games late December. You have the championship first Monday in, or I think it's second Monday in January now because they have the playoff structure. But I don't think any sports league has a long wait. As the Marble League has had.
Almost back. We have to qualify the teams, of course, but before we can even get to that point,
okay,
here we go. To determine the qualifying
must draw.
Groups.
Raldo's on an easy, and there's just so much good stuff in the graphics design. Pay attention to this Raldo slider. It's a B. It's a B. Please tell me there are more B sliders. You know there's gonna be some sand conditions, something or another. You know there's gonna be some sliders that's not just Raldo. I need these Bs. These Bs are amazing.
We have to qualify the teams, of course, but before we can even get to that point, we must draw to determine the qualifying groups. Hey everybody, I'm Greg Woods. Welcome.
So no idea. No idea where the
from Marble League 22 and the host team. And
no idea where Raldo is. So last year Greg got a new microphone. Possibly. Mino says the goat of Marble Graphics, and Jim, I guess, for also doing some easy stuff. Now, Jim Goat. Thank you, Jim. Actually, the goat. So, last year, if you recall, it was the one green funnel. They had the ramp that they used for collision and such right into the funnel, drop out. They're going to some nods to the Jablino tournament, which the Bumblebees were a part of, got their start. Actually, essentially, qualified, were invited to the Marble League by way of the Jablino tournament, along with the Minty Maniacs, I do believe. So we got the Jablino setup. Remember last year, big green funnel. This time We have the split. We have the split. And we have the funnel. So much hype. This is just the draw. This is literally just the draw.
Ones who advance through the showdown as well. Pairs of marbles will descend down this short course. Where they finish will determine which group they are put into, and those groups will compete against
So I do understand Greg has great commentary, but I cannot speak at the same time I am hearing Greg Woods in my head. So that is that. We will have so much Grog Woods. Man, look at all the bees. Look at all the bees. This is amazing. What, JMR, you're in the chat. Where did you get the bees? And are they available for purchase? Are they through the JMR merch site? Because I will pay top dollar for a bag of like 1,000 of these bees. I need them everywhere. I need them everywhere. So, oh, there's a bee marble. Is that who? Who is that? Is that timing and scoring? I know we have the referees. But look at that. Is that a uniform? Is that a new user? Could you imagine? Could you imagine the Bumblebees rolling this out as a uniform? I mean, come on. Hey, do you like jazz? I love jazz. Before the Bee movie, but I love the meme after the Bee movie. Okay, so yeah, we had these graphics dropped on Twitter in the days following, or the days leading up to today. But yeah, we have the auto-qualified teams, Pinky, Shining Swarm, Team Galactic, and the Bumblebees, something that you would not say 2 years ago. And then we have the relegated teams, Solar Flares, Oceanics, Cobalts, and Hazers Country. Let's cry. And then we see... Oh, yeah, no, they're in attendance. At least the top... The 4 auto-qualified. I don't think the 4 relegated are. So we got the 4 relegated right here. And we have the group pools. The head-to-head matchups. So, same thing as last year. Was you have... and let's go to... the thing for this. Yeah. So... we cooking. So it's 4th through 16th from the Marble League. And then I closed the thing. But then it's 1st through 12th of the showdown. So you have 4 against 5, 6 against 7, and then in the showdown you have 1 against 2, 3 against 4. Just so those teams won't end up in the same groups, because if it was just a head-to-head where 4 from Marble League plays 1 from the showdown, you'd run into the likelihood of the groups not changing. So that is how that is decided. I honestly would have liked to have seen, like the speeders against the balls of chaos and stuff like that. I don't believe it changed a whole lot. But we do have Green Ducks in Group A, Speeders in Group B. Now, the only thing I would have liked, right? Because this is a bit too hard to follow along with. I would have just liked some small graphic going up, just kind of like the other different leaderboards during different events of just which group is which, because it's hard to pay attention. I was doing one of those mental abacuses trying to keep track of who's in what group. Didn't even get to pay attention to like most of the groups because I was still figuring out which previous team ended up in which group. So that's my only critique. Just have a little something, just to track alongside this, because some of these teams look sort of kind of similar. We got O Rangers. I'm not sure if you saw just how fast they booked it. They booked it down. They did not want to be in the same group as the Speeders. They wanted to avoid that at all costs. Raspberry Racers go down the funnel. O Rangers, no, you don't. We do not want the Speeders. Razzy's like, oh, fine. So Raspberry Racers are going to be in Group B with the Speeders. And here's a hot take. I think those are the only best teams in Group B. There's still a whole lot of teams to go through. There's still 9 more of these to go through. But I think it's on lock for the Raspberry Racers and the Speeders for Group B. It's just theirs to lose. Got Cat's Eyes and Minty. So right now, you got Speeders, Raspberry Racers, Team Primary, and Minty Maniacs. Like, huh? Now this. Oh, no, Mellow Yellow. Mellow Yellow and Chocolatiers. So Mellow Yellow ending up in Group A. Already, a whole lot of top teams in Group A. And then we have... Yeah, that was the start. So that... Wait, who was that? Who just ran? Okay, that's Chocolatier. Okay, no, that was Balls of Chaos and Midnight Wisps. That's what I thought. The Balls of Chaos just looked way more... I don't know what color. Maybe just clear. They looked way different. Maybe purple because of the board underneath. Looked like a completely different marble. So that was it. So we do have all the Marble League teams from last year sorted out. Now we have Blackjack's Team Plasma. Very cautious. It seemed like neither of them wanted to be in either group. They were still weighing their options. So we get Team Plasma and the Savage Speeders in the same group for qualifying. This is going to be insane. Chaos and Wisps aren't teams to take lightly in the qualifiers. Although I do have them missing out. And I'm not sure how these groups will change that. I know someone's going to come through with the screenshot from my rooting video of the teams I said would miss out. Because even I forget a lot of the times. Turtle Sliders in Group B. Against the Savage Speeders, against the Raspberry Racers. GG, Turtle Sliders. GG. Oh, T-Momo. See, there we go. Oh, there's Raldo. Where's Raldo? There's Raldo? Where's Raldo? I do see T-Momo. Okay, I was only focusing on the Turtle Sliders. I feel sorry for T-Momo that I didn't appreciate their whole 10 seconds on screen. So here we go with T-Momo and the Turtle Sliders once more. T-Momo, not sure if they wanted Group A that much or just did not want Group B that much. Because as much as you have to go up against the Green Ducks, the O'Rangers, Cat's Eyes, Mellow Yellow, you don't want to go up against the Savage Speeders and Raspberry Racers. And like people tell me, the Midnight Wisps are a pretty solid qualifier team. There he is. I do not see him. Under the half pipe. There he is. There he is. Okay, there is delay. Oh, there. Oh, there's delay in my camera even. If I move fast. Oh, that's creepy. I do have to, you know, have a drop in frame rate. You don't know what I'm seeing, but what I'm doing is moving my hands back and forth and seeing my hands still moving on my preview window. So I am still, you know, behind on the YouTubes and behind on the chat because the chat is alongside the YouTubes. But I do see him now. I do see him. Cotton 4K. Cotton 4K HD format, 1080p widescreen, 70 millimeter. Anybody seen Oppenheimer? I have not seen it because I don't want to spend 3 hours on that. But 70 millimeters. That's 3 inches. That a frame of film is this big. We need the JMR event filmed in 70 millimeter IMAX. It'll only cost you $10,000. At least. Nah, it'll have to be more expensive than that. Indigo Stars and Wolfpack. Wolfpack taking the nice time. Nice time for the Wolfpack. Indigo Stars ending up in Group A. Back with the Balls of Chaos. Is this the revenge tour? Or is it just more teabagging by the Balls of Chaos? Lose on a tiebreaker again. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now this was a run. This was a run of all time. Okay? Rojo Rollers won, almost jump off the track. Do not know what would have happened if they did just completely jump off the track. We were joking yesterday that the team would just not go to the qualifiers. But the Rojo Rollers almost jump out the track. Make it to the funnel first. Limers go, oh no you don't, drop immediately down. That was such a hustle. And this is not because they don't want to be in the group with the Savage Speeders. This is because they want to be in the group that had the most Fruit Circuit teams. They want to be the Fruit Circuit team for 2023. They want this year to be their year. In a history of failure, that includes only one tournament in which the Limers finish in the top half, that being this previous showdown. And even then, they only finished 8th out of 16 teams. And that was their first top half finish of anything ever. They want this year to be their year. It was spaced out so you don't end up with the big three, the O-Rangers, the Raspberry Racers, and the Savage Speeders, in the same group. So we could not have a group with all the Fruit Circuit teams. So the Limers just wanted the group with the most Fruit Circuit teams. So they go to Group A with the O-Rangers, with Mellow Yellow. Is this the year? I don't know what to believe anymore. Every fiber of my being is saying no. Don't let the Limers be good. Don't say the Limers are going to be good, because precedent sometimes does not amount to much. But then again, the Pinkies are your reigning champions, so I don't know what to think about anything anymore. That being said, I do believe in my heart of hearts that the Pinkies have a better shot at repeating champions, that they will go back to back at the Marble League. Better chance of repeating titles than the Limers have at winning this year. And that's even to get to qualify. I don't even think the Limers are going to qualify. But they really wanted to make a statement. I guess, showing up is what, 80% of show business or something? So, I think they want to prove something for these qualifiers, because with just two heats left in this, and they're the absolute stinkers, an absolute tank bowl, Purple Rockets and Snowballs, ooh-wee, Thunderbolts and Jumpers, ooh-wee, right? Group A is a group of death. Group A is the group of death. All right? Group B is some absolute snooze fest. It is going to be the Speeders, the Razzies, and 4 others that you want to pick out of a hat. It is just going to be those 2 top teams and everyone else. But the Group A is the group of death. Oh, there's a nice zoom. Nice zoom on this bee. Now imagine that. Imagine the bumblebees showing up with these unis. Come on. Come on. So there we go with these groups. Absolute stanker, absolute snooze fest. And then Group A, I completely blanked. Did we not get to see? Did they not show? Oh no, there's Group A. There's Group A. Okay. Showed it very quick. Group A is the group of death, with the Indigo Stars and Balls of Chaos back in it. If the Indigo Stars get stomped on by the Balls of Chaos by way of tiebreaker, I will combination laugh of or cry, maybe cry from laughter. And then Group B, Savage Speeders, Raspberry Racers, and company. So oh dang. Oh dang. Got a DM of looks like a poll of what teams people are in the marble base are thinking will qualify. So gonna do this tier list, but I'm gonna take a bit of a break. This is the halfway mark. We got through the whole of qualification, or not qualification. If this is qualification, I'd be freaking out. Got through the draw for qualification. Now we're going to see who from these groups have the better shot at qualifying, because Group A is just going to be an absolute group of death. But first, I want to go on an ad break. That's the sort of reason I got a bit of a late start. I said 1. I started this up at, I think, 1:13 because I was working on this ad for an ad break. And making sure that all would run well, because it's a pretty important one. It is a pretty important ad, so I would hope that you stick around, because it's a good one. It's October, which means spoopy season is upon us. And what better way to celebrate than with some nice new merch over on Redbubble. If you recall last year, I made a video going over the best monsters from mythology, folklore, and urban legends, as well as dressing up as them. Now you can put them anywhere with our stickers and pins. We have Frankenstein, Dracula, Mothman, a spoopy ghost, and new for this year, Pungin. If you can't choose between them, we have designs with all 5 for shirts, hoodies, even coasters. Of course, there is one final design for this Halloween, and that is my costume for this year. I really wanted to go as the pumpkin, but a lot more people would like this, so let me just dip behind the screen real quick and there we go. Maid curtain. Available on Redbubble. Do I really have to say it? I will pay you triple if you say it. Ooh woo. Oh, God, I hated that. Get Maid Kurt and all the other Halloween designs before they disappear November 1st. And while you're there, check out the other designs and other products we have year-round. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to change out of this and pray that I forget that any of this ever happened. And we are back. Did you like it? I'm still watching it now. Maidosaurus Uwuosaurus. Yes. Yes, that is a correct statement. That is a correct thing to say. That went pretty well. That went very well. There we go. All right. Say I'm not saying it. I'm not even saying it in reading a word, reading a comment to say it. All right. Let's get into this. Gonna need a few more of these because we want Group A shooing with at a dat qualifying. Are you sure the Cobalt should be on this list? Yes. Then we want a skin of their teeth, if I know how to spell. Group A barely missing. And then we got Group A not a chance. Okay. Now we need Group B. Let me go for some consistency here. Shoo-in. Add a row below. Skiing. Or maybe like could go either way. I suppose. Nah, I mean that's because I feel like the important ones are the shoo-ins and the without a doubt. Because there's so much ambiguity, especially with Group A. Group A is going to be the hardest one. I mean, I don't know. Both of them are going to be hard just because there are so many top teams in Group A and so many not top teams in Group B. So both of these are going to be pretty-ish. Just, I feel like skin of their teeth and barely missing could go either way because it's only 6 teams. Only 6 teams from each. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay. But I'm liking this format now. I'm liking this format. Group B, barely missing. I'm make these lowercase. Make it orange because orange is the best color. Add a row below. Group B, not a chance. Make it red. And then, of course, we need auto qualified and then auto relegated. Those will be really the easiest ones to fill out. All right. Gonna move that qualified, auto-relegated can stay. Gray for a reason. Oh. Hazers country. Let's cry. Calling all Minties fans. That's like 4 people. Hazers, Cobalts, Oceanics, Solar Flares, Sad Times at Ridgemont High. Oh, this is a big list. Then we got Pankies. And we got Roll Over and Roll Out. And then Galactic and the Blaze. All right, let's cook. Gotta remember which ones are even here. I do have it on GIMP, so I'm just gonna move that over here. Just block everything. That's totally fine. That's all well and good. Group A got so many top teams. I don't know. So I talk about the economy of the channel depending on the Savage Speeders and No Rangers. Maybe it's just cold feet. Maybe I just know that 16 teams, okay? It was 12, right? Out of a pool of 24. Half of the teams will be in the showdown. Half of these teams will be in the main tournament. So, to an extent, it comes down to a coin flip by just, how probability works. But I feel like the longer this goes on, the longer just the likelihood that each team will be in the showdown at one point or another. I don't know. I just don't know about the Rangers this year. They tested my heart last year. I don't want to call them a shoo-in is the issue. Because, you don't really have a Marble League without the Rangers. But we also never had a Marble League without the Thunderbolts until last year. Only 3 teams who have been in every single Marble League, I do believe. Remaining Savage Speeders, Rangers, Mellow Yellow, only teams to be in every single Marble League, not miss a one. And then among teams who haven't competed in all of them, but haven't missed out on one in the times they qualify, you have Raspberry Racers, you have Green Ducks, you have the Minty Maniacs, right? So there's such a toss-up. Let's actually go back to the teams. How to pick your favorite Marble League team. Marble team. Okay, so I did have Balls of Chaos, Turtle Sliders, Rojo Rollers, Snowballs, Jumpers, Limers, Primary Chocolatiers, Midnight Wisps, Wolfpack, Purple Rockets, and Gliding Glaciers. So I don't think that can happen because that's pulling out of Group A more than Group B because Group A you have uh you got Jumpers, Limers, Balls of Chaos. Actually, I think it might have worked. Did it might have worked? Oh, seven of the predicted are in Group B. Okay. So I was off by one, which is all right. I mean, that's predicting really the group draw, and I don't have any power over that. So I need blank. So I don't really want to call the O Rangers shoo-ins, but as far as Group B shoo-ins go, Speeders and Razzies. We're going to the league. We're going to the league. God, that might be the easiest this chart goes. That might be the least trouble I have with this. But if there's anything about my predictions, as my voice cracked, is that I not a once had a bad prediction, okay? My predictions age like fine wine, okay? Undefeated. Never lost. Undefeated. Never lost. Best predictions, best predictor in the history of predictions. They call me Nostradino. They don't, but maybe they should, okay? Because this is about to be the best chart in the history of charts, the best tier list in the history of tier lists, the best predictions that I didn't even have to jerk a knee at. I don't want to call Team Primary a shoo-in because if there's anything that Team Primary is not, is a shoo-in. But Arip with the reins, they're the captain. Now let's just do maybe. We're turning skin of the teeth. Oh, I forget. I think I had the same issue last year. I'm getting so much deja vu. Nah, go back to where it is. Don't need to overthink it that much. Okay. Got Balls of Chaos and Indigo Stars in the same group. I want to put Balls of Chaos in and have Indigo Stars for the meme. But I think it really could go either way. Maybe, I don't know, like quite possibly. Maybe all I need is a maybe. Yeah, okay, I am gonna do maybe. Because a lot of these teams really could just go either way. And some of these teams might just miss out barely. That's where I'm putting the sliders. Where are the sliders at? I'm thinking, I mean, Group B, though. I mean, you have Savage Speeders, Raspberry Racers. Those are your shoo-ins. But then you have Minties, Chocolatiers, Wisps, Plasma, Sliders, Wolfpack, Rollers, Purple Rockets, and Bolts. Them's some stinkers. Them's some rough teams. So, and like one comment said, 7 of those teams I predicted are in Group E, so at least one of them is qualifying. And Rojo Rollers have not been in a Marble League with the Bumblebees at the same time. And just off of general principle that they're the Rojo Rollers, not a chance for the Rojo Rollers. Stars make odd years. Balls of Chaos usually miss odd years. I know so many patterns, so much precedent, right? There's also the thing that every time Team Momo is in the showdown, the Cobalts get relegated. So here's hoping that Team Momo will qualify. Not quite a shoo-in. I better get my predictions right. You're putting me as a bingo spot on your bingo. That is more confidence in me than I have in myself. Momo. Maybe. Maybe. I'ma add another one. I'ma add another row. I need a quite possibly and turn that into orange. Turn this into the other orange. Not turn this into orange. Turn this into yellow. Put Momo in quite possibly. So now I need a row below. Quite probably. Quite possibly. Group B. Group A. Quite possibly. Turn that like this. And then orange. And then other orange. See, 90% of making a tier list is just what making a tier list is. Team Momo shoo-in? Nah. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Very likely not quite a shoo-in. Okay, where else we at? Wisps. Make it this year and get that last. Okay, so they are a team that typically does well in the qualifiers. They won their qual group last year. Not to say they'll do well. Blackjacks. All right. I mean, we can put snowballs. Not a chance. Limers. Oh, that's Group B. They're in Group A. Maybe. Maybe. For the Limers. That is as nice as it's going to be. Blackjacks could. They are in the Group of Death. God, could you imagine Mellow Yellow missing? What'd I say? They're filling in from the outside in, so they need 16th this year. Maybe. Oh, Rangers, I'm gonna put it quite possibly. That's what they're there for. Uh, Wolfpack, barely missing, barely missing. I think for the Wolfpack. Thunderbolts, maybe. They are definitely hitting the skids. Very interesting that they didn't have any changes for the fact that they've never missed out and then missed out. Very interesting they didn't make any changes. Midnight Wisps should have been relegated a couple years ago. Bounce back, win their qualifier group, take 15th only by way of the Balls of Chaos absolutely finding new and exciting ways to fail. What is it? Blackjack's knockout Momo ain't gonna happen. Rojos and Snowies have no chance. Yep. Forgetting Plasma. Not forgetting Plasma. Just have teams I haven't gotten to yet. Green Ducks. Basically a shoo-in. They might be the only shoo-ins from Group A. They got the reigning MVP. One of the best host teams to ever host. Yeah, really the only shoe in there. Indigo Stars already got. Jumpers. Remember, I put Team Galactic because I said the Limers twice. Team Galactic goes on to take 3rd overall. This year, I only said the Jumpers were missing out because I said that the Solar Flares would miss out, forgetting that the Solar Flares had already missed out. So, Jumpers 2023 champs, everyone, incoming. Quite possibly. Jumpers making it. Not a shoo-in. Not a shoo-in. Okay, I didn't. You said it to someone in the chat, not me. That's okay. Yeah, I'm catching up with the chat now. Man, that bingo spot. Good luck. Good luck with that bingo. You think Mellow Yellow will do well? I mean, that's... They like to keep things mellow. So, here we go. Plasma. Wouldn't say a shoo-in, just because we know how qualifiers from 2018 went for them. But coming off the heels of arguably one of the best showdown performances ever. Clinched not bottom 4 after 4 events. Like, pretty good. Team Plasma, quite possibly. Not quite a shoo-in, but quite possibly. Crazy Cat's Eyes are an interesting case. I believe they've been in the showdown before. No, that's Team Primary. Are Crazy Cat's Eyes perfect attendance in years that they've competed? They never missed out. This is a group of death. Group A is just straight up a group of death. I see the Cat's Eyes missing in this case. And, like, maybe that'll go poorly, and, like, good luck to that. But CC have perfect attendance. Oh, well. Whew. Purple Rockets, barely missing. But we need 12. We need 12. I can't just have every single team in Group B not make it. Chocolatiers might as well. Glaciers. They might miss. Maybe barely. Barely missing. I'm going to put them in barely miss. I think the Glaciers are going to miss out. Minties will never miss an opportunity to be in Hublino. So, quite possibly. Just because this is a Hublino-ish tournament. And, like, who else from Group B? It's 2 shoo-ins and the rest of them. Blackjacks and Wisps. Wisps. Maybe. I'll just put Blackjacks and maybe. And that's looking good. So that's that tier list. And now we have to go back to this to fill out with that tier list. Hello, merch and dice that you can get on Redbubble for reasonable prices, including made. Mark my word, Minty Maniacs. 2023 champions, big if true. Limers are a pro at shooting through the orange funnels as fast as possible. We don't know the qualifier events either. So this is going to be an absolute guess and check. But funnels are damn near a staple, especially with a Hublino team, Hublino champion. Orange funnels, orange Hublino funnels are the way to go for the Bumblebees. If there are qualifiers, if there are funnels in the qualifiers, they will be just about all orange Hublino funnels, and the Limers stink at that. So we are going to get this green going, and I am going to base it off of this. Green ducks. That's black. I want green. Green ducks. We're going to the league. We're going to the league. And the reason I do this as well as that is because there's so much ambiguity. There's so much that could go wrong in my predictions, right? This way, again, it is an either or. It is only 6 teams out of each group. This is the tier list that has to stick to the strict binary. But here we are living in a very distinctly non-binary world, okay? Hence, all the tiers that are not in either or, because some of these teams are really good, but they're in a group that is even better. So sticking to, oh, shoulda, woulda, coulda, no, you're either in or at. Some of these teams are either in or at. So breezing through these because, of course, oh, Rangers gotta. And I don't just want it to be the teams who were in the Marble League last year are in the Marble League this year, although that was almost the case last year. Oh, yeah, case in point, we got Momo. We go into the league. We go into the league. And then jumpers. We need 6 of them. Wow, we really do need 6 of them. And it's going to be between the stars, the limers, mellow yellow, and blackjacks. This is tough. This is gonna be some controversial stuff that I'm laying down. Yeah, nope, going for it. Going for it. Stars and mellow yellow. Let me just do this. And then everyone else. I think this is the year for Indigo Stars Revenge. We are going to get the blessed podium of Indigo Momeri. Yeah, Indigo Momeri. So then, going back to green, need 4 more. Basing it off of this tier list. Team Plasma. Chocolatiers. Minty Maniacs. And only 1 from the maybe. Team Primary, Thunderbolts, or Midnight Wisps. I'm sorry, Arup. Going with the bolts. And then we got Team Primary, Midnight Wisps, Turtle Sliders, Wolfpack, Rojo Rollers, and Purple Rockets. And there we go. We have our predictions, both in tier list form and in strict binary form. Yeah, we knew that it was going to be very controversial. But now, the big thing. Getting all this pink off of my channel. Let's go. I hope nothing pops up too incriminating. Got the mate. Look at this bee. I can't really change it to that. Oh, where'd I put it? Oh, hold on. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. I think it has to be the small one, though. Because YouTube is so particular. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, we up. And then back to the Doug Dimmadomes. We Gucci! Yes. All right. That was that. I have to verify. Okay, I'll do that afterwards. Now we gotta go to the big place. Gotta go to the marble base. Gotta go. Oh, I gotta change my pink. Now I was pondering this. I'm not going to miss being pink by any stretch of the imagination. I am not going to miss being pink by any stretch of the imagination. But I was considering. You know, everyone knows I'm gonna be orange, right? But I mean, I've always been orange. And I'm thinking, what's a good complementary color to orange? You know what the complementary color to orange is on the color wheel? It's blue. And what better blue team than the Cobalts? So am I blue? Am I blue? Let's see if I am blue. I'm gonna post a thing to see if I'm blue. And we blew. And we blew. There we go. We blew. Let's go. All right. And then I'm going to change the picture to my standard. Let's go. Let's go. And then change this to Thesaurus Cobaltosaurus. Ain't it looking nice? Looks very nice. All right. Me with the cobalt flare feels weird. I disagree. I think it feels refreshing. I think this is the right way to go. Bingo? It is bingo meaning that was on your bingo, or that was just asking if it's gonna happen? Because that's gonna happen after the qualifiers. Gonna bribe the media server mods to keep me peak. Better not. Better not. I am done being pink. By the way, all the pink stuff is going away off of the merch site. Say goodbye to the pink. All right. So that is that for the stream. Been an hour and a half. Got through everything I wanted to talk about. Got through the merch. Got through 2 different predictions. Got through the pink stuff. I still have to get rid of everything off of Twitter, but that'll be fine. And now we got to talk about this banner. Because we got a new banner. Next Friday, the 13th. Da-da-da! Too spoopy for me. We have the qualifiers. I will be live following those because there's just going to be so much to talk about, to cry about, to have so many emotions over it, so many things to talk about, so much hype. And then an immediate turnaround. Tuesday, October 17th, opening ceremonies and event 1, which is Pursuit. Is that Team Pursuit? Or is it a completely different form of Pursuit that we have yet to see? Sounds exciting. Can't wait to see that happen. And then immediately that Thursday, we're going to have Steeplechase. And then that Saturday, we're going to have 5-meter hurdles. We out here getting 3 events a week. Look at this. Look at this. We are cooking. Of course, that only gives me a weekend to talk about the entirety of the unqualified teams. So since that is only going to be relevant to the showdown teams, I am hoping to have a video going over the showdown teams come out on Friday the 20th, which shouldn't be the hardest. I'll just be screaming about 12 different teams. And then it seems to me like it is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sorry. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for the different things. I'm hoping we don't have Monday streams because I will do Tuesday and Thursday streams or events on those days following it. But kind of like last year, I will have Saturday streams or Saturday events talked about the following Monday. So here's hoping we don't have Monday events because then I'd have to be doubling up, which, like, holy crap. I think we will be fine either way. But next Friday is qualifiers. We will be live here, live, following the qualifiers to cry and scream. We will have the bingo then. We will have main league predictions, who's winning, who's losing, showdown predictions, who's winning, who's losing, as well as anything that anyone else wants to talk about, because there will be a whole lot to talk about following these qualifiers. So I will see you then. What a week! We made it! The Marble League is here. We back. We rollin'. So take care. I hope you have a good rest of your day. A good week. Because any seat that I sit on will be sat on the edge of. And I hope you as well sit on the edge of your seat for the next 7 days. Because anything can happen. It's gonna be a time of all time. So I will see you next Friday. And as always, Waluigi is gonna take us out. Smell y'all later.